Welcome to Moments of Stillness, a quiet corner where we slow down, breathe, and reconnect with the calm within. Take a deep breath, let the noise fade away, and allow your mind to rest in this gentle moment of peace. Mindset from failure. Don't be afraid to start over. There are days when you sit quietly and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? Days when everything you built seems to crumble before your eyes. Your plans, your faith, your sense of direction. You feel lost, empty, and tired of trying. The thought of starting all over again terrifies you, because deep down, you still remember the pain of falling once before. But maybe failure isn't the end of your story. Maybe it's the chapter that teaches you how to begin again. Maybe life isn't trying to break you, it's trying to wake you up. No one wants to fail. That's human. But no one can live without failing either. That's life. You can plan every detail, chase perfection, and still, life will throw you off course. A relationship falls apart, a dream collapses, a friend leaves, and suddenly the world feels smaller, darker, quieter. Yet somehow, in those ruins, something begins to move, quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. It's not the end. It's a beginning you haven't learned to recognize yet, because failure doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to rebuild you from the inside out. People often say, don't be afraid to fail. But those are easy words to say. The truth is, when you've given everything and still lost, it hurts. The pain of watching something you poured your heart into disappear is real. The silence after disappointment is heavy. The world moves on and you're left wondering if you'll ever be the same again. But if you sit with that pain long enough, if you breathe through it instead of running away, you'll realize something powerful. Failure doesn't kill you, it refines you. Failure teaches humility. It teaches patience. It teaches you to listen, not to the noise around you, but to the quiet voice within. It strips away illusion, ego, and the need to prove. It reminds you that you are human, beautifully, painfully, imperfectly human. Failure is a teacher that never flatters. It doesn't comfort you, but it tells you the truth. It shows you exactly what you need to learn, what you need to let go of, and what you're truly made of. If you have the courage to look, failure will show you the lessons success never could. We live in a world that celebrates winners. We praise those who rise, but rarely speak of those who fall. Yet every person who has ever succeeded has fallen many times before. No mountain has ever been climbed without scraped knees and trembling steps. The difference is simple. Some people stop when they fall. Others rise again. It's not failure that defines you. It's your response to it. Someone once said, when you start over, you're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience. And that's the truth. Every scar carries wisdom. Every loss teaches resilience. Every heartbreak brings you closer to what's real. Every failure makes you stronger, not because it's easy, but because it forces you to rebuild from a deeper, truer place. So don't be afraid to start again. Don't let fear keep you trapped in what's familiar, but unfulfilling. Starting over isn't weakness, it's courage. It's the strength to face what broke you and still choose to believe again. Starting over doesn't mean you failed. It means you still have hope. It means you're willing to try, even after the world told you not to. It means you understand that life is not about how many times you fall, but about how many times you choose to stand up. Some people lose everything, and in that loss, they finally find themselves. Because when there's nothing left to lose, there's nothing left to fear. And in that freedom, you rediscover the simple truth. You can always begin again. The real tragedy isn't failure. It's losing faith in yourself. Because as long as you believe, there's always a way forward. And when you no longer fear beginning again, you become unstoppable. You understand that your worth isn't tied to success or approval. It's something you carry within, unshaken by circumstance. Life isn't a straight path. It twists, circles, rises, and falls. Some beginnings look bright but fade quickly. Others start quietly and end up changing everything. So don't compare your journey to anyone else's. You are not behind. You are simply walking your own road. Learning from failure isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about understanding why it happened. It's about seeing your mistakes not as proof of inadequacy, but as invitations to grow. It's realizing that you were never meant to have all the answers, but to stay curious enough to keep learning. Sometimes failure happens because you were moving too fast. Sometimes it happens because you were chasing something that wasn't truly meant for you. And sometimes it happens simply to redirect you towards something better, truer, and more aligned with who you're becoming. Each time you start over, you carry something precious with you: wisdom, strength, honesty, perspective. You are never the same person who fell. You are wiser, calmer, and more grounded than before. So if you've fallen, don't be ashamed. It means you were brave enough to try. Failure doesn't make you weak, it makes you real. Because once you've been broken, you no longer fear the cracks. You understand that even through the cracks, light can still get in. Don't let one failure convince you that you're not enough. Your worth is not measured by outcomes. It's measured by your courage to keep showing up. Success is the destination, but failure is the path that gets you there. Without it, there is no depth, no growth, no authenticity. If today feels heavy, if you're standing in the ruins of what once was, take a deep breath. You don't need to be strong right now. You just need to stay. Feel your pain, honor your disappointment, but don't build your home there. Let the ache soften you, not harden you. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize failure wasn't the worst thing that happened to you. It was the best teacher you ever had. A closed door was protecting you. A loss was redirecting you. A heartbreak was freeing you. Nothing you lost was ever meant to define you. It was meant to refine you. Believe this: you can always start again. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to keep moving, one small, honest step at a time. Because the most powerful thing you can do after failure is not to win, but to begin again with gentleness, self-awareness, and quiet confidence. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs people who have fallen, healed, and still choose kindness. People who know what pain feels like and still choose to love, to try, to create. So don't be afraid to start over. Even if your hands are trembling, even if your heart is still healing, even if you have to rebuild everything from the ground up. Because starting over doesn't mean starting from nothing. It means starting from wisdom, gratitude, and a heart that still believes. And when you can look at your failures with love, when you can smile at the scars that once made you cry, you'll understand you never truly failed. You were simply becoming. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with Moments of Stillness. If this video helped you feel a little calmer, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a breath of peace today. Until next time, stay gentle, stay mindful, and find calm in every moment.